Well, good morning, world. It's been a long time, but I've had an awful lot been going on in my life. A lot of health issues. Anyway, I got COVID, and to help me get through that, they gave me stuff for my lungs, which was antibiotics, and also they gave me a steroid, to help with my lungs. Well, the steroid ended up causing a reaction in my eyes, and it caused growth on my eyelids, which is cataracts, and the cataracts just exploded in there. So now I'm blind. Well, I can still see light. My vision in one eye is so bad it's even undetectable how much I can see shadows. And if the whole lady holds up 3 fingers, I can see the 3 fingers. But to really identify very much out of it, I can't really do too much. It's just basically shadows. The other eye is at a 2200, which is not very much better than what I've got on the other eye, but at least the left eye. If I use my bifocals and I bring it all the way up to pretty much like an inch from my face, I can read it. I can't, if I'm driving down the road or if I'm, on the highway or something, I can tell there's a car there, but I can't identify it. I can't tell you what kind of car it is. I can't tell you what the license plate would read. I can't read any of the street signs. And if it's at dusk or dawn, earth tone colors and cars sort of like fade into the background. In other words, if a gray car would pass a gray house, I would lose it for a second. So it's pretty crazy. I made it through the COVID okay. It was a very, very hard time. I mean, literally there for about 2 weeks I did nothing but just concentrate on my breathing. I didn't eat. I had a lot of, I was laboring. I was just concentrating on literally just breathing for 3 weeks. It seemed, it was forever. But I finally pulled through that. Still have a little bit of shortness of breath. Sort of been discouraged about making videos. It seems like every time I mention something wrong in my life or ask for any kind of help, someone's got a smart-ass comment to put down there. It's like, well, you need to do this better, you need to do that better. Yeah. When someone's down on their luck, you don't smack them in the face. That's when you reach out and you give them a hug, or maybe even a helping hand or a lift up or something. Something in kindness, instead of just smacking them down all the time. That's the problem with this world is that I've had to deal with throughout my whole ministry even, was these people were just so hopeless that everybody in the world just smacked them down to where that's all they knew. And lately, I've been smacked down even by them. I'm being tested, royally being tested. Although I lost one of my best friends, I lost 3 of my best friends already this year that was major supporters and major prayer warriors for me. Well, I no longer have that support. I no longer have that prayer support. I think I'm being tested. It really is just like, when the devil tried to just strip everything from him, And he says, he only loves you because of what you do for him. So he took everything away. Everything. Well, that's me. I'm having everything taken away from me. I have lived in desperation, poverty, and for almost 21 years. I've given to some people. Even when I didn't have it, I gave. I gave anything and everything I could possibly make, scrap together, scratch and claw together, just to help others, to show them that somebody cared for them and loved for them. Well, it's just the way life goes. Sometimes life just gives you lemons, right? How many cars and vans have you heard of me giving away? Well, let me tell you this dilemma. There's the prayer van. It's been broke down for almost a month now. Number one, it's hard for me to even see to even do anything on it. But I've been trying to get it repaired. I replaced everything on it I could think of. I replaced the fuel pump. Oh, way back when. It's probably about a year or so ago, maybe 2 years ago. But it's just acting like it's not even getting fuel. I took the fuel pump out, or the fuel filter out, and turned the key, and it blowed fuel all over me. And I changed the fuel filter, pulled the fuel filter out of it, blowed through the full fuel filter with no restrictions either direction. But I replaced it anyway. Replaced the distributor, the distributor rotor, the position sensor in there. I did everything I could possibly think of, to get this thing running. And it just acts like it does not get any fuel. Now it's not carbureted, but it's Chevy. It's like a carburetor, but it's fuel injecting. I think they call it a throttle body, but it looks like a carburetor. But anyway, it's not showing any kind of signs. I don't have any lights on in the dash, for check engine lights or anything like that. But someone has says, well, it's still the fuel pump. It's just must not getting enough fuel or enough power. But it's not even hitting. Now, if I spray it with ether, I can get it to actually run on ether. And it runs fine. The minute I shut the ether off, it dies. No matter what I do to put in there, it just will not start. I got spark, plenty of spark. It wouldn't run without the spark in the ignition, so that eliminates the electrical. So it still only has to come back to the fuel. The fuel pump's working, like I said. It just drowned me in fuel, and also the fuel filter's not clogged. I don't know. If the fuel pump is working and it's spraying fuel all out of it, and when you turn the key on, how could it be the fuel pump? That's the only thing that concerns me. Their reasoning when they said that, something about that is just not enough pressure. I don't understand the pressure. I understand that they are high pressure, but it seemed like it would let something go through. That's what's got me stumped. I mean, I can replace it. That's $380 just to get a replacement. I want to make sure that's what it is before I even try to accumulate that money or to find something or some way to get that money. I sure don't want to just throw $370 at the wind. I don't know. So that's sort of on hold. Of course, with my eyesight, I really haven't been worried about it because I can't drive anyway, so, at the moment, probably never now. But anyway, hey, I got the other van back too. It came back to me. But it came back and right when it pulled up in the yard, it broke. Yep, it did. It broke. The air conditioning compressor seized up on it. burnt the belt off. The belt wrapped around the water pump, got down inside the water pump. I don't know if it damaged the water pump after I dug everything out of it. It seems to roll freely. But what concerned me was that there was water all over the pump, the pump housing there, and also the belt. So I don't know if it busted the seal in there or what happened, but there is water all over it. It threw the belt. It shredded the side of the belt, but it did finally just threw the belt. It didn't actually snap it in half. But the air conditioning compressor, the clutch is completely seized on it. I don't know if you can see down in here, but this is the air conditioning compressor right here, and it won't even move, just barely. Now the water pump is down here on this one, and the pulley, this one wobbles just slightly. It's got a little bit of play in there, which sort of concerns me. But anyway, everything else seems to be doing okay. But that's just my luck, I guess. So now I got two vans that are broke. I can't afford to fix either one up. Lord knows what that one's going to cost to fix. Go check online and see what air conditioning compressor and a system is for that one. That's a 99 Chrysler Town and Country, a 3.8 liter motor. That one there is a Chevy 1500. That's the Express 1500 with a 5.7 liter motor. So if you guys know of anywhere that might have some kind of parts that might work, or if you feel like you can, hey, you can send them to me. I'd love that. That'll sure help me out a lot. I checked with the Chrysler, and they do make a bypass for the air compressor, but it's a pulley. I guess you just can't buy a belt apparently and bypass it. Apparently you have to take that out and put in a pulley. Well, I've never seen that or heard that, but that's what they're saying anyway. But then you have to buy the belt and get a new pulley for it. So that's going to, either way it's going to be. But then the van's basically worthless here in Florida without air conditioning anyway. But and then top it all off, just a few moments ago I got a call back from my eye doctor. I had my eye appointment, for my surgery to get the cataracts done. That was supposed to be done on the 15th on one eye and the 21st of this month for the second eye. She calls back, says that I haven't met my deductible on my insurance of $7,500 yet. So my insurance won't cover it. I asked her, what about my personal eye insurance? She says, but that's a medical condition, so you have to go through your medical insurance, not your eye insurance, which I don't understand that at all. Of course, I'll have my wife look into all that when she finally gets home. I was just frustrated, how it just sort of really tore me up. But apparently for each, to get the cataracts done for both eyes, it's like $3,500 out of pocket. I can't even afford a glass of water right now. unless it comes out of the ditch. But I don't know. Could probably sell both of these vans, get enough maybe for my eyes. But then when I get my eyes, then I'll end up having to walk everywhere. I don't know. What do you get out of a broken van, you know? You can't sell them when they're broke. But so the way it goes. Anyway, I'm not here to give y'all sad news and everything, because I sort of expect it in my life. You know that. You've watched my walk for many years. You've seen how it is. Like I said, the stuff that I prayed for over the years, I expect everything to return to me. It's just the way it is. And the devil's going to beat me like you've never been beaten. He takes the ones that I love the most and I've helped the most, and he makes them turn on me, and they destroy me as well. But that's okay. They're the ones that have to live with that as much as I do. But hey, we'll survive it. We'll survive it. Anyway, of course, I don't even know if my PayPal even works. You can try, what is it, paypal.me / prayer van. That's all one word, prayer van. Of course, you can always send it to my address, 2496 Devore, D-E-V, as in Victor, O-R-E, Street, Northport, Florida, 34291. So if you want to send me $5 or so to get me a glass of water while I'm out here trying to figure it out in this heat, hey, I'd be appreciated. I don't really drink, so I can't satisfy myself with a beer. Who knows, maybe that's probably what I should do. But anyway, besides that, health is still, I'm pulling through. Have a hard time. This sitting around at the house is killing me, though, in depression. Oh, it's just wiping me out. I'm not meant to sit, especially just to sit around and do nothing. Especially when I sit around, I can't even see. Do you have any clue how my heart bleeds to see a sunrise? Come on, you know that's the biggest passion in my entire life, and I can't even enjoy them. I haven't seen a sunrise in probably 6 months. This has been going on for a while. So be careful with the steroids, guys. I know sometimes it does well with trying to help you through a situation, but apparently it can react with other things and, bring you down. But can't all drugs do that? That's why I never did like drugs, and I always just stuck with nothing but aspirin. But it seems like the older I get, the worse it gets. So I don't know. Hey, if you don't mind, say a prayer for me. I could sure use it right now. I mean, if all you're going to do is scold me and tell me what I do wrong and what your opinions are of how I need to change what I do to make it happen and make it work right, just keep that to yourself. I don't need that nonsense. If you want to love me, send me a love note or a compassion or something, and wish me well. I accept all that. By all means, please do so. I know you think you're meaning well when you do stuff like that, but honestly, you don't. That's what's wrong with the Christian world. Is that what they feel that they have to do? Always have to give their advice or their opinions on what you're doing wrong to make it change and make it work. And this is what you need to do, and you need to say this many Hail Marys and da-da-da-da-da. Hey, I'm over it. Don't worry about it. Forget it. I'll post this here just to say I love you. And wish you the best out there. The world's gone to literally shit. Who knows? We might even be getting a nuclear war. We don't know what's going on. I know things are really getting bad out there, though. You just be real careful and keep vigilant. I don't understand why this world is so messed up right now. It's because we're allowing the devils in this world to win instead of fighting back and taking back and taking charge. We're just being meek and not doing a thing about it, letting them run all over us. Well, I tell you what, once I get my eyes back, I'm done with running and letting people run all over me. Because I'll be the first one to knock you right out. I'm done with it. But anyway, thinking about turning the channel off. I've considered that. It don't serve anything anymore. I haven't ran the ministry in probably a good year. Seems like all I've done is fall apart. Ministry and everything. But then your idle mind gets you in trouble anyway, so, why bother with it? Oh. Hey, my prayers for you. But keep your hope. That's all I can. That's the only thing that's keeping me going right now, guys. Is what little hope I do have. There's still a small seed of it in there. And that's the best I can do. Sometimes we all get weak. Have a great day.